Hello everyone. Today we are going to do question number 13 of your textbook. Here is the question. L, B and W are the partners of a firm sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 2:2:1. Here firm's balance sheet is given as on 31st March 2016. W retired on 1st April 2016 and here some terms of retirement are given. So let's start. So here we go. Here we have to prepare revaluation account, then partners capital account, cash account and new balance sheet as on 1st April 2016 after retirement. So let's start with the first point. In the first point, market value of building is given, that is rupees 50,000, and in their old balance sheet the building is shown at rupees 37,000. That means here the value of building, that means the value of asset is increasing by rupees 13,000. So we will record it on credit side of revaluation account. Here we will write by building account amount 13,000. Then next effect, we will show it in asset side. Here building, in inner column we will write 37,000. Here it is 37,000, and as the value of building is increasing, so we will add 13,000, and in outer column we will show market value, that is 15,000. Then next point, book value of stock is 10% more than its cost. So let us find out here cost price of stock. Let us assume cost of stock as 100. That means the book value will be 110 as it is 10% more than its stock. So if on 110%, if the value of cost is 5500, then what will be the value of stock at 100%? By cross multiplication, that is 5500 multiplied by 100 upon 110, that comes to 5,000. According to this, we can see that our value of stock is decreasing by 500. So it will be recorded on debit side of revaluation account. Here it is, to stock account, amount 500. Then its second effect, in balance sheet on asset side, we will show stock at rupees 5,000, which is our new value. As it is given in the question that stock is to be recorded at its cost, and we just found out that its cost price is rupees 5,000. Now next point, personal expenses of W is rupees 500 was debited to profit and loss account. As it is the personal expense of W which was debited to profit and loss account, so firm will charge it from W's capital account, which will lead to reduction in W's capital balance. So it will be recorded on debit side of W's capital account. Here it is, to drawing account, amount 500. Then its second effect, we will show it on credit side of revaluation account. Now let us see point number 4. Goodwill of the firm is valued at rupees 80,000. So let us find out the amount receivable by retiring partner. Here, share in goodwill of retiring partner W will be 80,000 multiplied by 1 by 5, that comes to 16,000, which will be given by continuing partners in their gaining ratio. And here gaining ratio that is given in the question is 5:3. So according to gaining ratio, here continuing partner L will give 10,000 to retiring partner W, and B will give 6,000 to retiring partner W. So here L's capital account will be debited by rupees 10,000 and B's capital account will also be debited by rupees 6,000. And here W's capital account will be credited by rupees 16,000. Now next point. Point number 6. Amount due to W is to be paid in cash, and the same amount will be brought in cash by L and B in such a manner that their capital may remain in their new profit and loss sharing ratio in the new firm. So before moving to this point, let us record remaining items from their old balance sheet. Here, first we will record capital balances. That is opening capital balance. Here, opening capital balance of L is 20,000, B is 1,12,500, and capital balance of W is rupees 5,000. Then general reserve is given in their old balance sheet, that is 5,000. It will be distributed among all the partners in their old profit and loss sharing ratio, that is 2:2:1. So according to that ratio, L will be given 2,000 and B will be given 2,000 and W will be given 1,000. Then creditors is shown at rupees 20,000. So here it is our liability, so we will show it in our new balance sheet. Here it is 20,000 creditors. Then outstanding expense 3,000, which is liability. Then on asset side, goodwill is appearing at rupees 8,000 in their old balance sheet. That means it is old goodwill and it will be closed. It will be written off by distributing it in their old profit and loss sharing ratio. So here, according to old profit and loss sharing ratio, that is 2:2:1, here it will be distributed. To L it is 3,200, to B it is 3,200, and to W it is 1,600. Then building we have recorded. Then debtors will be shown at rupees 13,000. Stock we have recorded, and opening cash balance will be recorded here in cash account. To balance brought down 2,000. Now we will close revaluation account. Here, if we close it, we will find difference on debit side, that is rupees 13,000, which is revaluation profit, which will be distributed among all the partners in their old profit and loss sharing ratio, that is 5,200 to L, 5,200 to B, and 2,600 to W, which will be transferred to partners capital account on credit side. So here it is by revaluation profit, that is 5,200 in L's column, 5,200 in B's column, and 2,600 in W's column. Now let us read the last point once again. Point number 6. Amount due to W is to be paid in cash, and the same amount will be brought in cash by L and B in such a manner that their capital may remain in their new profit and loss sharing ratio in the new firm. Here we are not given closing capital of continuing partner. We have to find it. Now we will find out amount due to W, which is to be paid in cash. So that will be found out by subtracting total amount in debit column from total amount in credit column of W's capital account. So difference will appear on debit side, which is 22,500. So as this is the amount which is to be paid to W in cash, so we will record it on credit side of cash account by W's capital account, as here firm's cash balance will decrease. Now let us see working note for the calculation of L and B share in total capital of new firm. For that, we need to find out total capital of new firm, which will be maintained in their new profit and loss sharing ratio in the new firm. Now, in order to find out total capital of new firm, we will add balances of L's capital, B's capital, and additional capital payable to W that we just found out, that is 22,500. Here, L's capital, balance of L's capital will be found out by subtracting total amounts in debit column from total amounts in credit column of L's capital account, that comes to 14,000, and balance of B's capital will be found out by subtracting total amounts in debit column from total amounts in credit column. So that comes to 10,500. If we add these, we will get total capital of new firm, that is 47,000, which will be distributed among continuing partners in their new profit and loss sharing ratio, as it is given in the question in the last point, that their capital will be maintained in their new profit and loss sharing ratio in the new firm. So here we need to find out new profit and loss sharing ratio in the new firm, which will be found out by applying the formula of new share, that is old share plus gain. So here we have both the information. We have old share of continuing partners, and we have gaining share of continuing partners. So we can find out new profit and loss sharing ratio, that comes to 21:19. So according to new profit and loss sharing ratio, 47,000 will be distributed as 24,675, that is L share in total capital of new firm, and 22,325, that is B share in total capital of new firm. Now let's record it in the accounts. So here it is. We will record closing capital balance, which we just found out, on debit side of partner's capital account. Here in L's column, we will write 24,675, and in B's column, we will write 22,325 as closing capital balance. Or we can say new capital balance in new firm. So it will be recorded in balance sheet also on liability side. Here it is 24,675 and 22,325, and total of these two is 47,000. Now we will close continuing partners capital account. So now we will close continuing partners capital account, that is L's capital account and B's capital account. So here we will find out difference on credit side, that is 10,675 in L's column, and in B's column it is 11,825. These are the amounts which are brought in cash by partners L and B. So as the firm's cash balance will increase because of this, so we will record it on debit side of cash account. Here it is to L's capital account 10,625, to B's capital account 11,825. And now we will close cash account, and we will find difference on credit side of cash account, that is 2,000, which will be recorded on asset side. Here it is cash 2,000, and here your balance sheet will be tallied by rupees 70,000. So dear students, go through the video and keep on practicing. Thank you very much.